It's been a long time now. Actually, I was here back in 2005, so it's been like 15 years now. We didn't even have a proper training area at the time, so we had to travel all the way from Doha to reside every night.
Good evening to all of you. Welcome to Ruki's vlog show. I am your host Rukshan, and tonight joining with me is Moses Dorai Raja, who is an active member of the Lions Rugby Football Club. Also, he is an active member of the Trinity College Kandy OBA branch in Doha. Good evening to you.
Good evening, Rukshan.
Yes.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. Can you tell me about yourself?
Sure. Well, as you mentioned, I schooled at Trinity College Kandy and left back in 2001. So I was kind of like a rugby fanatic. It was very challenging back then, back in schools. I almost made it to the first 15 squad, but back as a reserve. But then in here, I'm currently working for the last 15 years. I came back in 2005, so it's been a long time. At the early stages it was a bit challenging, but then it kind of grew on to me, and right now I'm just tagging along with the rest of the Lions family.
When did you come to Qatar?
It's been a long time now. Actually, I was here back in 2005, so it's been like 15 years now.
15 years.
Yeah,
so I think now you're suitable. Your body is also suitable to the weather conditions, same like in Kandy.
Kind of. Actually, I wasn't feeling that comfortable in the beginning, but then as time went by, quite got used to it. But so now it's been part of everyday life.
Okay. So what is happening to the Lions Rugby Club, Lions RFC?
To say about the Lions Club, we had a very, very simple beginning, very humble beginning, to be honest. I remember quite well, there were like 10-15 guys who used to start playing touch rugby back in the old airport grounds.
Okay.
We used to fight for the playing area with some of the locals and other expats who used to come and hang around there. So back then we did have about 10-15 guys who used to run around with the ball. So they were quite enthusiastic about the game, and then it kind of evolved and progressed. Then we had more numbers. We had friends and family who used to come on every Friday, and the group actually grew larger, so which eventually contributed towards the Lions Rugby Football Club.
Very nice to hear. And tell me about the history of Lions Rugby, when it started, and who brought this concept actually? Who is the brainchild?
Actually, this all started back in 2011. The heart and soul back then was obviously it should be Nemo Amit, because although we were playing touch rugby, he was the one who actually turned us around to get together to form a club to play contact rugby, because we were just running around with the balls and we had good numbers. But then he was the key figure who actually implemented this. He had a lot of struggles and challenges in front of him, but then he took it upon himself to take upon them, and then eventually he was the one who was fully involved in forming this Lions Club.
Okay, so you need to remind about Nemo Amit. So actually I called him Nemo, but then since he's quite busy with other schedule and because of the sports day, he was not able to attend for the interview, so he referred Moses.
So actually, I should also like to mention that we didn't even have a proper training area at the time. So we had to travel all the way from Doha to Mesaid every night for training at the police grounds. So he initiated, he got hold of a lot of members and his friends to even find a place for us to do the trainings and our jerseys and things like that. So a lot of credit goes to him and also the other members of the club who rallied around him in making this group, this club where it is now.
Very good. Also, I would like to ask about the president and the executive committee. To remind about them, because without the committee, the club will not go on.
Right now, Nemo is the president. He's been, because he's the one key figure who coordinates everything. Harish is our secretary. I am in charge of coordinating and finance and stuff. We have a lot of committee members who are actively assisting us in, with tournaments as well as participating in matches. So we have Andrew, we have Umaga, we have Damit, we also have Shirat, Sharit, and loads of other members who are part of the club who actually help us along with our process.
So do you have any non-Sri Lankan also in the club?
Actually, it's a very good question. Back in the days, back in 2011, we had a lot of nationalities who were within us. I mean, we had South Africans, we had Irish players, we had New Zealanders, we even had Malaysian players who was actually in the national squad, and it was actually a very nice international set of guys, but it was mainly consisted of Sri Lankans. But then we actually got on board a lot of guys who were rugby enthusiasts who wanted to join the Lions Rugby Club, because we opened our hands out and welcomed everybody in. So it was really a nice set of boys back then.
Very good. Shall we remind about number of members?
Actually, I don't quite have the number of members, but it used to be in the region of almost 300-400 members back then. But now, due to some various reasons, people have scattered around.
Yes.
So we currently have about 150 at currently.
It's a big number actually.
Yeah.
If we talk about the associations, except for continuity surveyors, the rest of the associations are very less.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm really, amazed on the Lions Rugby Club. How many matches the Lions Club has played?
Back in 2011 to 2017, we used to participate in all of the leagues, as well as the DRFC rugby matches, the 10s and the 7s and all. But right now, after 2017, after this blockade, it's been receding a little bit. We are still working on it. We are planning to participate on the 2020 and 2021 season in the full league. So earlier, back in the days, we used to compete in all of the 10s, 7s, or even the club league. So it was quite busy back then. But now it's it's still going on, but it's not at that
pace.
Yes.
So, what were the trophies that the club won during the tournaments?
Well, we were the inaugural champs of the club
Yes.
league in 2011 and 12, because we had a very strong side. We had a lot of members who used to be professional players and who actually came from the Doha Rugby Football Club and assisted us in forming our club. We were the champs for about 2 years, and we were unbeaten for about 3 years. And then even recently, if you say, we won the player championship back in 2 years in a row, 15, 16 and 17. So we do have quite a good collection of trophies.
Really, congratulations for the achievement. Any plans to increase the membership? A membership drive promo or something like that?
From time to time we do have host events like these. Especially one example is this school's touch rugby tournament, as well as sometimes we do have social events like get-togethers or weekend nights for all the club members, where we get all the family members to come in, so which kind of creates awareness among the Doha community, so which gives us a little bit of edge when it comes to branding and all of those advertising for members. Yes.
Right now, do you all have any sponsors, permanent sponsors?
At the moment, no. At the moment, no. We used to have a lot of sponsors, but at the moment, because we are kind of building into our the coming season, so we are in the process of getting sponsorships and putting on a new logo and stuff like that, because we are up for the upcoming season as well. So we are going to participate in the league.
Yes. So when will be the next 2020, the upcoming rugby tournament schools?
Yes. Well, it's very quite near actually. The tournament is to be held on 28th of this month, end of this month. It is going to be a very, let's say, very eventful one and a challenging one for the players, to be honest.
How about the venue? Can you remind about the venue to the
this
listeners?
Year we have planned to host it in the Doha Golf Club, which is one of the most spectacular venues in the country. Usually we used to have it in Mesai Park, which was quite a bit of a drive from the town, from the central Doha. So which we decided on shifting it to Doha Golf Club, because it is much more easier for the people and the family to move in there, and it's much more convenient for the entire crowd to remain with us until the entire tournament. So Doha Golf Club has offered us the venue. It's going to be really spectacular with the golf course and the beach next to it. So it's going to be a very good place this year.
So how about the number of participants and the crowd and the schools?
Well, in the beginning we had about 24 to 25 teams every single tournament. But right now, this year we are expecting all the rugby playing schools to participate, which should be around 16 to 20 as of now confirmed. So the draw is actually on the 21st, the coming week.
That's good.
Yeah, so we will get to know the exact amount, because there are a lot of teams who want to come in, because we have limited number of slots because of the duration, because of the time frame we have. So we have to squeeze in as much as possible. So we will only come to know on the 21st, because there are a lot of teams fighting in. So we don't know which will be out, because we have a deadline. So there will be a lot of schools participating.
How about it is better to provide the numbers and the contact numbers and the email if you want to inform to the people who are watching?
Yes, you all can always get in touch with us with the Doha Lions Rugby Football page on Facebook. I think that would be the easiest way. If you go onto Facebook, log in and search for the Lions Rugby Football Club Doha, you can get all the information there. We have our schedule and our fixtures and the members there. You can always get in touch with them and get any information that you may require for your to join the club, or even to participate for practices, as well as even our schedules.
Yes. Do you have anything to mention to the people who are watching?
Well, I would also like to thank you, Rukshan, for inviting us for this vlog here, which really is amazing, and we look forward to seeing you all in future as well. And thank you for the support for everyone, every Lions member, and we hope all of the schools to be present. I'm sure you will be present on the 28th for the tournament, and it's going to be an amazing event, because we have a lot of we have organized a lot of events for the kids and the families as well, apart from the rugby players. Of course, the rugby is going to be amazing, the touch rugby, an entire day of carnival atmosphere. So there will be a lot of paparazzi, there will be events going on, so it will be a fun-filled day. So I would like to welcome each and everyone, especially
all
the
Sri
Lankan community. Yes,
Sri Lankans to come and witness the school's 7th tournament
on the 28th of February this year.
Yes. Hopeful that everyone would participate and give a provide a good support to all the Sri Lankans, all the rugby fans to come and join us. Thank you very much.